Mahadev Atmanaha. The winter festival of Makar Sankranti is one of the few festivals in the Sanatana Dharma which is dedicated to the veneration of Surya Narayan, the sun, as he transits in the zodiac from Dhanu into Makar, from Sagittarius into Capricorn. The term Makar Sankranti in itself, Sam meaning complete, Kranti meaning transit or transition, and Makar meaning Capricorn. So essentially, sun's entire transit into Makar, into Capricorn, is called Makar Sankranti. Shastras tell us that as soon as Surya Narayan enters Makar, it starts the period known as Uttarayan, which is why in Western India, Makar Sankranti is called Uttarayan. It is Uttarayan which is considered to be a very auspicious time, the exact opposite being Dakshinayan, Uttarayan meaning the northward journey of the sun, whereas Dakshinayan is the southward journey of the sun. Uttarayan is also called Devayan, or the path of Dev, of gods. Dev Ayan. Ayan essentially meaning path. And this is because whenever Surya enters into Makar or into Kark, that transit in Jyotish Shastra is called Ayan, whereas whenever Surya enters into Tula or into Mesh, it is called Vishuvati Sankranti. Since it is Makar Rashi, it is called Makar Sankranti, and therefore it is Uttarayan. In Devayan, the exact opposite is Pitrayan, and it is in Devayan, it is in Uttarayan, which is a very auspicious time. Of course, in the Mahabharata, Bhishma Pitama, who had the choice to die at his moment and whenever he wished, Ichhamrityu, he chose a very auspicious time. He chose Uttarayan to cast off his body and go into the hereafter at a very auspicious time, so that there would be no obstacles. It is called Pongal in the south, and it is celebrated with great pomp and ceremony. In the north, it is called Lohri. The same period is called Lohri. And you have the various bonfires, which is certainly an amalgamation of the most ancient of Vedic practices. Agni mide purohitam yagyasya devaritvajam. Agni being the ritvij of the Dev, the preceptor of the Dev, the way in which all what we offer, for example, cereals of the fresh new winter crop, which is offered into the bonfire, reaches the Dev. The various Puranic tales, for example, when Vishnu, Sri Hari Vishnu, buried all the Asur under the Mandara Parvat, it was on this day. And because of this, because of this celebration of this, we understand that all these negativities come to an end, and Uttarayan or Makar Sankranti is a period in which we start all auspicious deeds. Snana, Dana, Japa, Shraddha, Vrata, Homadi Karmasu, Sukritim Chala Sankranta, Vakshayam Purushoshnute. All men should partake in these great acts. Meaning, of course, all sorts of people should engage themselves in such activities such as snan, bathing, dan, donations, japa, chanting the holy names, shrad. Of course, there is a great deal of importance given to shrad and performing shrad and tarpan at this very auspicious time, especially in Gaya. Vrata, various different fasting, and of course, home or yagyas, the various different yagyas and sacrifices that are performed. Tarpan goes on to state, Darpan Vidhi goes on to state that, of course, Makar Sankranti was the auspicious time in which Bhagirath offered Tarpan in the Ganga for 60,000 of his granduncles, his ancestors, and it is in memory of this that Ganga Sagar Mela to this day takes place. And Shastras tell us, Makarastheravo Ganga Yatra Kutrava Gahita Punati Snana Panadyair Nayantindrapuram Jagat. Whoever partakes in this great snan at the Ganga Sagar Mela, whoever takes part and in bathing in the holy waters of the Ganga at this very auspicious time, surely, verily, reaches the gates of Indra. There are various different ways in which we celebrate Makar Sankranti, from eating til, laddus, we have various different sesame sweetmeats, we have the use of ghee, we have the use of jaggery or gur, and of course kite flying, which in itself is an international symbol of Makar Sankranti. There are various different reasons why we do this. For example, when Surya enters into Makar, Surya in Jyotish Shastra is called Kalatma, the very essence, the very soul of Kal or time. When he enters into Makar, all those aspects which Makar rules over, they are brought into the fore, they are brought to life. For example, knees, joints, and particularly the skin. And therefore, especially this is a winter festival, and right at the winter time, we do normally see quite a large part of the population having joint issues and knee pains, and also have some sort of irritation in the skin. This is one of the reasons why it is essential that we spend a lot of time on our rooftops flying the kite, so that we too can benefit from the rays of the sun at this very auspicious time. Ayurveda goes on to tell us that til or sesame is considered very, very beneficial for our joints, and in order to lubricate all those various different parts of our body which may have suffered after such a unforgiving winter. Essentially, we can see that not only are we practicing all those various different traditions, all the way from the Veda down to agriculture to Ayurveda, essentially Makar Sankranti is a complete Bharatiya Vedic festival. Wish you all a very, very happy Makar Sankranti. Mahadev.